All right, ladies and gentlemen, our second event right here on EWP Pro Wrestling is scheduled for one fall, a 15-minute time limit. Again, your referee, Steve-O. Introducing first, on screen to your right, from Nashville, Tennessee, everybody knows it's SHAWN SHULTZ. Accompanied to the ring by Tony Lucchesio. His opponent across the ring. He hails tonight from Lenore City, Tennessee. Ladies and gentlemen, this is SHAWN SHULTZ. One fall, 15-minute time limit. All right. There you have it, fans. SHAWN SHULTZ and SHAWN STREETS. Almost a battle of the Shawns. Mac?
Yeah, I don't know the SHAWN Street. I've been around a long time with SHAWN SHULTZ. He's very talented, very committed to the business. Street, I don't know anything about Street.
Well, I'll tell you this, Mac. In the short time he's been in the ring, a couple of years now, he has risen rapidly in the ranks. A very, very tough character, very power approach to wrestling. But he is a fantastic competitor in the ring. Of course, that is not a diss on SHAWN SHULTZ. Schultz is a fantastic competitor, top ranked everywhere he goes in wrestling.
Yeah, he's something to handle. What Street's got to understand that he's wrestling two people. He's got another set of eyes down there outside the ring making a lot of noise.
Almost a tag team partner without a tag, but It looks like right now he's able to hang in there very well with SHAWN SHULTZ, and in fact had Schultz over to the ropes.
Had a good clean break. I like to see that.
And Schultz now chiding the referee about the speed with which he got him up there. It looked to me like he wasn't a bit slow getting him off of him.
He wasn't. It's a 5 count either way you look at it.
They tie up again, collar and elbow. Now side headlock by Schultz. Hip roll takedown. Counter there by Streets. And up again.
Streets wants to duke it out. I don't think he needs to. I think he'll be enough for Schultz to handle.
I'll tell you what, this does look to be a very closely matched event with both these men.
I don't believe there's 20 pounds difference between them.
Not really. They're just nip and tuck with each other. Again, Schultz with a headlock. Streets now backing him in the ropes, whips him across the way, and big tackle off the ropes there by Schultz.
Excellent tackle.
Oh, and look at Schultz, very proud of himself over a tackle.
I guess he's kind of easy to please tonight.
Hey,
it was a jolting one.
Granted, he came off there with a lot of power and a lot of force.
Street knew he'd been hit.
That may, again, we talked about the psychological approach earlier with Hercules, and Schultz has known himself for coming in there with a little bit of ring psychology.
Oh, absolutely. But sometimes there's a difference between psychology and showmanship, and sometimes there's a very fine line between the two.
The old
ego.
Almost the difference between a Ric Flair and a Rick Steamboat.
Yeah, there's not a lot of difference between them. Flair's got the flair, literally. But that's probably one of the best matches I've ever seen in all these years.
Ric Flair and Rick Steamboat. Boy, you're right, man. Steamboat. But I tell you what, we got a good one going on in the ring right now. Sure again, do. Schultz and Streets. And you see the even matchness of both these guys.
He's got Lucchesio all shook up down there.
That is a difference, I'll tell you. But sometimes a manager like that can be both a help and they can sometimes be a detriment to the wrestler.
Well, the wrestler tends to depend on him sometimes and puts too much dependence on the manager. The manager does a good job. Lucchesio, he's constantly involved watching what's going on.
And again, Streets there. But got the best of him in that encounter.
Well, Lucchesio's distracting him right now. He's distracting his own wrestler.
You know, I know what you're saying there, Mac. You've sent a manager or two to the locker room in your days as a referee.
Not bashful at all about it. Now, if Schultz is making a lot of noise, he needs to get in there and go ahead and wrestle as opposed to making the racket.
He's kind of trying to I think, again, he uses that little bit of shtick, if you will, to make a little time for himself, to gather himself, and to size up his opponent.
Well, Street, wow. He don't need to use a fist. I don't know why he's bothering to do that.
Boy, and those fists look taped.
Yes, there it is taped.
Well, I'll tell you what.
But that's only to protect his own knuckles.
And now Schultz, face full of turnbuckle on Streets. Schultz now going to work on his man in the corner. And now it's SHAWN SHULTZ. Everybody knows what Schultz can do in the ring. And Schultz going to work on his man. Streets in a little bit of trouble at this juncture. All the way across the ring to the buckle. Schultz with a head of steam, but nobody home. Wow, high in the air with a takedown.
Excellent slam.
And Streets.
It's a cross between a Beal and a slam. I don't know what you'd call it, but it worked.
I'll tell you what. And Schultz now. And again, Schultz a bit befuddled and a bit at a loss as far as what to do strategy-wise. And Lucchesio can only sit there and say, go get him. Now Schultz coming in aggressively with a knee and two right hands.
It was all legal up to that right hand.
Schultz now, full scoop on his man, and just body slams him right there. Oh, big elbow drop, but nobody home. And now Streets going for him again. Hip roll takedown. Pardon me. And Streets.
Schultz
clearly.
Streets come in there, and I don't know how Schultz blocked that move, but it was an excellent move.
And Streets now going to work on his man. Schultz grabbing the tights, moving him into the corner. Puts him into the ropes. Now the action picking up rapidly. Whoa, there's a trip. And Steve-O looking at a downfallen Schultz did not see Lucchesio trip Streets as he came off the ropes there.
I didn't see him, Stan. Was Tony involved in that?
And it looked to me like Lucchesio tripped him. Difficult to tell from our bench boy. It looked to me clearly, though. I saw the hand swipe that way.
Yeah, well.
Now going to work on his man. Over on the ropes. And Steve-O towing the count on him. And very, very cocky and very arrogant is Schultz at this juncture in the match.
Well, Schultz is going to strut around there and give Street a chance to recover. Ouch, that hurt.
Wow, what a chop there by Schultz. And now Schultz lining up and teeing off on his man. Streets trying to stay on, but no avail. Brother.
That's taking a lot out of him.
To no avail. Streets goes down, trying to pull himself together. I'll tell him you're great. Certainly you're a great wrestler. I don't necessarily agree with your attitude in the ring, Schultz.
I don't like the tap.
Streets with the right hand to the midsection of Schultz.
There, that's what he gets.
And another forearm.
He gets the showboat, and that gives Street a chance to catch up and get his win.
Ego can be a downfall and has been the downfall of many a competitor. Neck breaker, and he crammed him.
Excellent move.
Did he?
Yes,
boy. And now lateral press. One. We get two. No, sir. And Streets kicks out just in the nick of time.
Schultz better stay on his business, stay on his game plan, because if he doesn't, this boy's going to come up and beat him.
Looked at the referee as if to suggest the count was slow, but I got to tell you.
It's a good count.
Yeah, one thing Steve-O's known for, and that is an even and deliberate count. Wow, what a right hand upside the head. And now a knee to the midsection, and it's Schultz choking him down the corner. And Steve-O on him about it, now preaching a sermon to him. Well, from here it looked like he was. Steve-O obviously perplexed. And Schultz took maybe too much time back.
Yep, I think he did.
And now Streets staging a comeback. Oh, but there comes Schultz with one of his own.
Yeah, Street hadn't quite got his, well, maybe he has.
Second win, and Streets floored him.
Throwing him big right hand.
Oh, my heavens, Schultz.
That was low.
He just kicked him low.
That's awfully low.
And then DDT'd him, and Steve-O's going to let it go. 1, 2. I don't believe it.
He may not have seen it, Stan.
How did he let that go?
He may not have seen it.
All right, let's get the decision to the crowd here, fans. The winner of the contest as a result of a pinfall, SHAWN SHULTZ. As we come back to you here on EWP Pro Wrestling, joining me right now here at